Hey Jimmy, thank you for giving me the opportunity to shoot this custom video for you. I did some pretty deep research for Trejos Landscaping, and I wanted to share with you what I found. So, the first thing that your future customers are going to be looking for, or excuse me, when they're searching for your services on Google and entering in Landscaping Seattle, for instance, the first thing that's going to come up is what's called the map pack, and that's right here. Now, ideally, we want businesses to be in the top 3 listings, which is right here. And the reason for that is because that's all that's instantly shown to searchers. Now, I did deep dive and check into a listing for Trejos Landscaping, and I did not find one anywhere. Now, this is really important. This gets you a lot of local traffic, and so this is something that you definitely want to have. What it's called is a GMB listing, which is a Google My Business. This is something that can be set up. We include all the information in it, pictures, hours, and then website and so forth. So that's really important. That's the first thing that stood out to me that would really help your business. Now, the second part that customers will see when they're searching for your services is what's called the organic listings. Now, those are down here, and these are the most important because what happens when people are searching for things is 9 times out of 10, they go with the first page, and then of course one of these top listings to provide their services. Now, what I did was I went ahead and I pulled your top competitor, who is Lee's General Landscaping. I pulled your website up as well, and then I wanted to dig a little deeper into what they have going on, what you have going on, and what can be done for your business, okay? All right. So first things first, this is the site that I found for Trejos, and now you do have a lot of mentions on, Angie, Yelp, things such as that, but there are billions of people searching Google, so this is where you want to be, right? Now, when I look at your site, the moving graphics are incredible. There's popping up clickable links. This is, it's great. The website's done very well. It's important to have services listed just below, which you do. Now, the thing about this, though, is with services, you want to have a description for the services as well. Because here's what's happening. I pulled the numbers on the site, and you guys are running at about 588 words. Now, what Google does every single day is it crawls the internet constantly, 24 hours a day, searching through websites looking for what's called command content. What Google wants to see is 1,500 words of command content on your main web page. Included in that 1,500 words of command content, what Google also wants to see is organic keywords trickled throughout that command content, okay? So now, if the command content was brought up on this site, the keywords were trickled throughout, you would be sitting in a much better position, okay? I wanted to pull your number 1 competitor site as well and just kind of walk over that with you really quickly to show you what they've got going on. Now, this is not ideal. You don't want a bunch of words over the top of your main header, your focal header, okay? So this was not done correctly. When I scroll through their site, they do have their services, just like I mentioned, listed just below with a lot of information on each service, which is important. This is one of the key things that Google looks for. Continue to go down. They've got some testimonials. Then they've got Yelp reviews below that. And then the site comes to a close. Now, they're struggling as well because they don't have enough command content. And this is just, again, this is not ideal. When I pulled the numbers on their site, they're running at 888 words. And so, a little more than you guys, but certainly not even halfway to where Google would like them to be able to rank their site higher. Okay. So then what I went ahead and did was I pulled my web crawler program for both your site and theirs so that we can get a more in-depth look at exactly what's going on here. Okay. All right. So now here is Trejos. Here's your site. And the two most important things that I want to point out to you are UR and DR. Now, what your UR is your trust rating. What your DR is your power rating. These two ratings are generated by backlinks. Now, what a backlink is a shout out from another website to yours. It's a link on their site that takes them from their site then to yours. And what that does for you is A, brings you exposure, B, brings you credibility. So it doesn't look like we've got any backlinks going on for your site. So powerful backlinks would help tremendously. Not all backlinks are created equal. You definitely want to have quality over quantity when it comes to this realm, so that's very important. Now, organic keywords are what I was talking to you about in that content on the main page. You want to have quite a bit of organic keywords trickled into that content because this also will bring up your ranking and move you right up the ladder. So now with everything that we've looked at, again, missing the Google My Business listing, which is really important, and then the lack of keywords and command content, and no backlinks coming into the site without the keywords. The whole picture is, unfortunately, it's not bringing you any good. It's bringing you zero organic traffic every single month. But I want to show you when things are done a little bit differently. If you take my advice on the steps that I had just told you about, what that could look like for you. So now we've got Lee's General Landscaping here, right? And here's the data on their site. Now, again, this is their trust factor. This is their power. Now, they do have 387 backlinks, but what that tells me is they should have more power if these backlinks were worthwhile, we'll say, right? So they do have a bunch of organic keywords sprinkled throughout their content, and overall summary is that with what they're doing, their organic traffic is 472 folks a month. So 472 folks a month are coming to their site, retaining their services, getting information, whatever, what have you, and that's a lot of traffic. Again, I'll just summarize by saying if the steps that I had just explained to you were to be done, this is a very beatable site. So with, again, one more time, the Google Maps listing that I had just told you about, the key command content in your site with the organic keywords, some powerful backlinks, and this site could absolutely be outranked, and Trejos could be in that spot, generating all of this traffic every single month. So I hope this video has been informative. I hope that you got some value from it. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I would greatly appreciate any feedback.